Hallo bei musikmachen.de, der Nikola hier von der NAMM Show 2013. Wir sind bei Universal Audio, bei uns ist der Lev und jetzt gibt es auch Apollo Software Neuigkeiten, es gibt neue Plugins und wir gucken uns das jetzt mal an. Okay, Lev.
Right on. So we took a look at the hardware. You'll be able to stack them. This is what the software is going to look like for customers when they get it. Now, right now, you're used to seeing a single mixer for your Apollo, but when we add this multi-unit support, you'll be able to see two Apollos. So here's the first one, here's the second one, and they all can run the plugins. And we're, again, instead of making you manage two mixers, we have just one long mixer, very, very intuitive, just like you're used to in a DAW or some sort of a recording program. But what's really, really cool, beyond just making the GUI wider, we also aggregate the hardware. So on the second unit, you can actually plug in and send a reverb, and it actually shows up on the first unit. So mixer aggregation, the GUI aggregation, and the driver also shows the right inputs to your DAW. So total integration of two units is very, very exciting, and customers are just going to really love it. The other big announcement for us at the show, though, is a ton of new plugins, and I want to show you those now. Now, we're well known for making analog hardware. We still make the 1176, the LA2A, the 610, and some channel strip products by hand in Scotts Valley, California. So we're very excited to announce that we have redone the LA2A plugins, and that's coming out very, very soon. We did something similar last year with our 1176 plugins. We went back, from scratch and remodeled every stage of the analog design. We've done the exact same thing with the LA2A. In fact, we were working on this at the exact same time as the 1176. It just took a little longer, and it's really, really great what we've come up with, because what you get is a full tube amplifier model. The T4 electro-optical cell has been modeled perfectly for all the different units, and it really does capture the 50-year heritage of the LA2 and the LA2A. So these three products will be coming very soon. Very, very good deal. If you already own an LA2A, if you're a UAD customer, you're going to get these at half price. So $149. If you don't have the LA2A, it's $299. So even still, for three plugins, it's a fantastic deal. Beyond that, last year we announced a partnership with API, and we're very happy to announce that we have the first products from that venture: the API 550A, the Vintage 550A, and the 560 graphic EQ, also based on the Vintage module. So we searched long and hard for the best examples of this in hardware, and we've modeled it perfectly for the UAD-Plattform and for Apollo. And what's so great about both the LA2A and these API is they're just so amazing on a wide range of materials. So, the LA2 is perfect for vocals. We think of the API as the perfect complement for guitars and drums. So people are really going to love it. And again, so easy to use, so just simple but amazing sounding, get quick results. Customers are really going to enjoy using those plugins. The last plugins I want to talk about are actually developed by Softtube. We have announced a partnership with Softtube. They're our newest UAD direct developer, and what they are bringing to the UAD platform is Amp Room. Now, Amp Room is actually three different plugins. There's Vintage Amp Room, Metal Amp Room, and Bass Amp Room. So even the basses have a plugin in there. And what's so cool about the plugins is the user interface and the sound quality are top-notch. So here we're looking at a Fender-style amp, and within any amp room you can actually move the microphone, change the on and the off axis, and you actually hear the sound changing. The relationship of the mic to the cab changes in real time, and then you get the controls at the top that work just like the amplifier that they're emulating. Now you see the amplifiers on the left and the right can easily be swapped over to. You just drag over, and you get a different mic configuration, different preamp configuration. Very, very easy to use, a lot of fun, sounds amazing. Now, the reason that Amp Room is so important for the Apollo customer is because you can use our plugins on Apollo in real time with no latency. So you just throw this in our console, you plug in your guitar or bass, and you are playing like you're playing a real amp. And so it's an incredible workflow. The other thing that's so important about this is that you don't have to print the sound if you don't want to. Of course you can, but a lot of people are excited about the fact that you can just monitor with these effects with no latency, and then you can put the same plugin in the DAW after you recorded the DI track, and then reamp. So you start reamping with the mics, you change the amplifier, you change the tonality, and so you get this really great non-destructive guitar and bass workflow. Let me just give you a quick preview of the other plugins I mentioned. So this is Metal Amp Room. So again, this is for the more aggressive sound. This is for the harder rock, the punk, thrash, metal, any of those types of harder music that you want. Or if you just want to throw this on, like a drum machine or a synth to get more distortion and grit, you can do that. The Metal Amp Room has two microphones, so it's got a dynamic and a condenser. And at the very bottom over here, you've got the mic balance. You can actually go blending between the two cabinets, the two mics, which is great. Last, but certainly not least, I mentioned it, bass amp room. Now, bass amp room has 3 different cabinets, the large, the medium, the small. And you can go between them. Again, change the mic position, very easy to do. And what's really cool about the slider at the bottom of bass amp room is it goes between the DI and the mic. So just like you would do on a mixing console or an audio interface, plugging in the 2 mic sources, you can go between them very easily. So that's a little bit about what we have going on here at NAMM. Again, we're very excited that now the entire UAD platform and the Apollo platform is cross-platform, Mac and PC, 64-bit compatible on Mac and PC, and again, Thunderbolt connectivity for the entire system. So that's what's going on with us at NAMM 2013.
Thank you, Lev.
Thank you.